A home inspection is a non-invasive visual examination of the accessible areas of a residential property, performed for a fee, which is designed to identify defects within specific systems and components defined by these standards that are both observed and deemed material by the inspector. The scope of work may be modified by the client and inspector prior to the inspection process. A system is an assembly of various components that function as a whole. A component is a permanently installed or attached fixture, element, or part of a system. It's not a system in its entirety. A general home inspection, also known as a home inspection and standard home inspection, is the process by which an inspector visually examines the readily accessible systems and components of a home and operates those systems and components utilizing a standards of practice as a guideline. To inspect is to examine readily accessible systems and components safely using normal operating controls and accessing readily accessible areas in accordance with these standards of practice. A non-invasive visual examination relates to the fact that home inspectors are not required to dismantle or remove components. A residential property can include apartments, condos, single-family homes, and structures containing multiple units. However, InterNACHI's residential standards of practice applies to properties with 4 or fewer residential units and their attached garages and carports. Many local authorities limit inspections to a building with a maximum of 4 units. An inspection must include an agreement between the inspector and the client as to which components and systems the inspector will be inspecting. This standards of practice applies to properties with 4 or fewer residential units and their attached garages and carports. Imagine a building that is a new commercial building with some residential units on the second floor. An inspection of this type of structure would require the inspector to use the international standards of practice for inspecting commercial properties.